it's me, Mario. What's happening, Magnus Ice? Now, before getting into my review, I want you to check out this channel that's taking Super Mario Brothers to the next level.
You are no longer safe. You may call me the Koopa.
Tell the Koopa, Mario is back.
The channel's called Rich Alvarez. Click right here to see the rest of this great video series. Plus, they have tons of other video game sketches, music, video, parodies, and Let's Plays to check out. So, click now to subscribe. What's happening, Magnusites? As you can see, I just got in from seeing X-Men because I still got my goddamn coat on, my jacket. So let's take this off and reveal my cool as hell Wolverine t-shirt that I purchased at Walmart. Since y'all gonna ask me where I purchased it, that's where I purchased it. So, excuse me, let's get into this review of Bryan Singer's X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm going to start out by saying that I did not like the first two Bryan Singer movies. If you loved the first two Bryan Singer movies, you are absolutely going to love this. There were people applauding at the end of this movie. I'm trying to figure out where I want to gather my thoughts. It started out pretty good to me. You know, the story was good. They basically had to send Wolverine back in time because a specific mutant fucked up and did something, and it enabled the Sentinels. And if you don't know what Sentinels are robots. They are machines that hunt mutants in the future. They have acquired an ability from this specific mutant fucking up. And it makes them nearly unstoppable. Period. Now, that's the premise of the whole movie. So, starts out pretty good. But here's the thing. A lot of these characters are so near and dear to my heart, and the movie is, in my opinion, the equivalent of the last prequel to Star Wars. And what I mean is there was hot stuff in it, but it was a depressing and sad movie. If you go back and you look at my reactions to the trailers, you'll see how excited I am to see the Omega level mutant, Iceman. And you see, you know, I was waiting for him. Fuck Halle Berry and Storm. I was waiting to see Colossus and who's the fire dude, Pyro and Blink. I was very excited to see her along with Bishop. And you know, if anyone's familiar with Days of Future Past story arc, which I am not, but I have a friend growing up who was, he told me, you know, I forgot, that basically they're getting their asses handed to them and almost everyone's dead. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what you're going into when you're going to watch this fucking movie. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, fuck! Already? Oh my, come on, man. Shit! So, you know, you got a man that wants to see nothing but superpowers on display and trumping Sentinels coming on top of stuff. You know, it just, you know, and then I will tell you this. My absolute favorite parts of the movie would be, there's a scene where Logan wakes up. By the way, I gotta say, Hugh Jackman, hats off to you and your personal trainer. Because you look the best I have ever seen you ever look physically in this movie. You inspired me to take it to a whole nother level. You need to do an article of Muscle and Fitness, okay, like every other star does when he comes out with his movie. No, you need to do it with Flex or, what's the other one? It's Iron Man, what is it? It's, fuck, I don't know why I can't think of the name, but yeah, you need to do one of them because you was thorough in this movie. There was a scene where he wakes up in his body in the past. That was a cool scene, except for one shot, and all the straight men will know what I'm talking about. That was real cool. Quicksilver was probably, for me, the crowning jewel of the, I mean, he really shined as far as I can, see. He shined. I ain't saying shit. Y'all just gotta go see this boy. He is nice. Of course, Magneto, the mighty Magnus, who dons the same namesake as myself. That man right there did some stuff, but he never shines as much as I ever want him to. That's why I am such a fan of X-Men First Class, okay? Mystique was in it too much. And I know some of y'all gonna say the reason why is because she's a pinnacle part of, I understand, but I think a lot of it's because of the woman who plays her right now being on top. And I've never been a fan of Mystique anyway. So, she's alright, yeah, what's her name? The model that was she was naked just like her, she had to play, whatever, that was cool to see and everything, but, whatever. I'm not a fan of Mystiques, okay? So, the movie, look, I'm trying to not be biased because of the damn tone of the movie, man. It's just fucking death and destruction and sorrow, and we gotta fix this shit. And I've never gotten what I wanted from the first two, and I hated the third one, which wasn't Singers, so, hey, shit. Okay, I'm letting y'all know how I feel as a regular dude. I'm not a movie critic. I am the guy sitting next to you telling his girlfriend, shut up, when she's talking during the hot part of the movie. That's me, because I want to see the hot shit. You know what I'm saying? So, there were their parts, my favorite characters, things happened to them that I didn't want to happen. Okay, and it just pissed me off. But there were some definitely hot parts from Wolverine, from Quicksilver, from Iceman, from Magneto himself, okay? There were very hot parts from them, okay? And I remember that part where Magneto picks up the stadium? In the preview, I'm trying to think to myself, what the fuck is he going to do with that? Like, and as I'm watching the movie, like, you don't find out what he does with it until like 5 or 10 minutes later, and you're like, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is he going to do with the damn stadium? What are you doing flying around with this big hunk of concrete with seats in it? But anyway, so if I'm going to give it a rating, okay, until I come up with my own rating system, I'm going to give it a B minus. Okay, I'm going to give it a B minus because I'm trying not to be biased. And with all the people clapping in the theater, it probably was better than what I thought it was. But you got a man that's going into a movie, a third movie, and the first two he didn't like from the man, I mean, if I really hated Bryan Singer, I just started out the whole thing like, nobody could turn out a steaming, stinking pile like a man with the initials BS. You know what I mean? But I didn't do that. I don't hate him. He has his moments. Even when he did Superman Returns, there were some parts that I really liked. But anyway, alas, B minus. Let me know what you think, Magnusites. 1 million subscribers. Woo!